The Underdog Podcast. It's your host T. Lee and my co-host Jack Cowden will be live today as usual.
Was pulling up, they acting like they couldn't see me. Now she wanna clean me up like a squeegee. I told her that's on me, baby, like yellow BZ. With the peanut butter and tear like a Reese.
He's gonna persevere through all the obstacles. Get it done. That's the underdog.
They don't forget the underdog when they see me. I hit them with the John Cena, they can see me.
You may overlook this person, but the underdog is the one who's gonna put in the work.
It's over, you know? Because you have to lose to win. Whether you think losing is a big event.
Out of mind. All I'm saying, just be careful who you idolize. I'm kicking these scriptures just before the fame. Ain't no cap in my words, I go against the grain.
So I always believed in, like, I took so many risks to make this thing happen, you know what I mean?
I'm always working, bro. Like I said, I'm energy driven.
Underdog can put you on your ass. The underdog can put you on game. The underdog can show you something that you didn't know.
Can't go down. All you can do is go up. So are you gonna stay where you at, or are you gonna move up?
Feel the bangers. Feel the bangers.
He said he's nervous. This is his first time doing it.
Cut her ass off if she get that, I can read.
Yo, what it do, good people? Welcome to the Underdogs Podcast, Season 5, Episode 27, The Beauty of Rebellion. We got another episode for you today. We got a prominent figure in Atlanta, nominated and won Media Personality of the Year at the Southern Entertainment Awards. Media Personality, Kansas City on. We have Stina Dias in the building.
Hey, y'all. What's happening?
What's going on, Queen?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. It's Sunday. Nice little day. We got this. I'm happy to be here. You know, conversation's gonna be good.
Nah, facts. Like I say, it's an honor. You know, I had to shoot my full court shot and just see where it take me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm happy you did. I love what you're doing here. Obviously, the name is something that's just like, you know, people can resonate with that, being an underdog. So like, I like it. I fuck with it. I'm here. Can I cuss?
Nah,
I don't even know.
You can do your thing over here.
Okay.
We independent black owned. That's how we do it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But now I got that feeling like, you know, when you got that new school outfit, you know what I mean? You getting ready for the first day of school. Like,
yeah,
that's how I feel like every episode. But I'm like, this a big one right here. Because, you know, this a lifestyle.
I love it.
Yeah. So, like I say, it's a great honor to have you on the platform today. You know, in return, letting you plant your seeds in our garden and grow and reach others by way of inspiration. Mm-hmm. So first and foremost, as we push the importance of knowing ourselves outside the crowd, you know, and the passion, who is Stina Dias? Like, how would those closest, you know, to you would describe you?
I'm a real straightforward person. Like, who you see is what you get. Like, it's no smoke and mirrors with me. Like, I didn't have friends I've been friends with for like over 20 years. So like, you can ask them. I've been the same person. Obviously, like, grown as far as like just being a woman and like, you know, discernment or whatever. But like, I'm goofy. I play too much, for real. I'm sarcastic. I talk shit. Like, I just be kicking it. I mean, I'm a real cool person. I am who I am. Like, I'm unapologetic about it. Like, yeah, I'm an Aries. I don't know if that means anything. Y'all know people be going off the zodiac signs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I'm just really, I'm really sure of myself. I've always been sure of myself. And I don't know, my mama loved me. Shit. So like, I love myself. Nice. Everything is be lit. I'm a cool person. I like to kick it. I like to have fun. I like to keep stuff light. You know what I'm saying? I like to talk business. I like to talk money. I like to talk fun. You know what I'm just saying? Just all the good stuff that comes with living in Atlanta in 2024. So.
Nah, I feel that. It sounds like you a firework as soon as you walk in the room. You just gonna light the whole room up with your energy. Yes. You know, you gotta have people like that. Even if now you gotta have people like that in the world in general, you know, because there's so much needed with everything going on. Like,
yeah, you know, like who gonna set it off? Who gonna get it cracking? Like, who gonna, you know? And I guess that's always like been my role in the friend group too. Like, this what we doing. You know, y'all figure the logistics out, but this is what we doing.
Nah, for real, play your position all the way.
Yeah.
So as we are a little over the halfway mark of 2024, like how has this year been treating you thus far? And what are some things you learned, this year from experience?
This year has been a real transitional period, like to really having to do this in a grown way. And it's so funny. I tell my friends this all the time. I battle between being ghetto and bougie so bad. Like I really, really do because my mama always told me like remain a lady, you know what I'm saying? Like just always keep that about you to where it's like people can't try you in a certain way, you know?
Yeah.
And so I've always had that like I'm a woman, I'm a lady, I'm this, I don't want to do that. But when I tell you deep down inside, I love that ghetto shit. I really, really love
Yeah.
that ghetto shit.
Yeah.
Yes. Twerk it's so much fun and it's a culture behind it. Like it's not just people, you know what I'm saying, dancing to a song and like it has gone out of the way. We dance to the music that we've been dancing to since we was kids. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we doing shit like you remember when you was at the basement party with your homeboys or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's a part of the culture. It's a part of music. And so yeah, like I really battle between those two things. But here this year, I've been able to like bring it full circle and mesh them together to where it works for me. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be just enough to where it's like, all right, I can't even call her ratchet. Oh damn, I can't even call her ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll never
Yeah.
get that vibe from me, but it'd be like, damn, she vibing so hard. Like I can't do nothing but kick it with her, you know? And so yeah, this year I've just been able to find a balance between those two and really like step into it without having to second guess. And like I've always been who I am, but I always do the whole, what about this path or what about this path? You know what I'm saying? What the outcome's gonna be if I do this? What is it gonna be if I don't do this? So yeah, this year has been super fruitful. Like a lot of the seeds that I've sown, a lot of the work that I put in, a lot of the connections I've made have come full circle and like really done the work for me. Like, and it blew my mind every time. Like this was the first time this year was the first time I've got flown out to host an entire weekend for a festival. It was Sweet Heat Miami. Like they paid for the flight, hotel. Like just had me put up walking distance from the events. Like I'm on the flyers. You know what I'm saying? And like that was just something that was eye opening to me because it's like when you're in the thick of it and you're doing it, you don't really realize how fast you're going or what you're doing. You just doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so like by the time you look up, it's people reaching out to you talking about what's your price? You know what I'm saying? What's your concessions? Like how you want this? What you do like this? Like you don't eat blue M&Ms. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the first time it happened like that. And so yeah, winning the Media Personality of the Year award, like I was just going to support for real, because it's like it's something dope that's happening in Atlanta. Didn't expect to win. Like just the opportunities, the rooms I've been in, the people I've talked to, the stuff that's coming to fruition. You know what I'm saying? Dancing on stage with Megan Thee Stallion, like just stuff that I'm placing myself for, and I know for a fact like it's really spiritually ordained. Like it ain't just myself. Like it's coming from like I got some powerful ancestors. Somebody, whoever watching over me, really doing a big one. They really be doing a big one. So this year been lit. This year been lit.
Nah, I feel that. And just to touch back on what you were saying with the ghetto and ratchet, it's an art. I feel like
Yeah.
it's just like an art. You feel me? Way of
Yeah.
expressing yourself, not the way they want to tell it. You just gotta live it to know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta be it. Like, and that's why I say, like, I'm a culture curator. Like, I don't look at what people doing and do it. I do what I'm doing and people do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the difference. And I think being able to change a room just with your voice alone, like you don't even have to know what I look like. But then when you come to the booth and you see it's like me, sometimes it's so funny. I get mistaken for a dude on the mic. Like
Yeah,
not visually, but my voice. Yeah,
yeah.
because I don't sound nothing like how I sound in real life. So it's just like, I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. It'd be low-key a little mindful.
Nah, that sound like your superpower right there. Just the tone in your voice to control the whole room. That's power.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? For
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
So let's take it from the top. Kansas City, Missouri. Like what it was like growing up there from your perspective,
So that's what I talk about, the ghetto and the ratchet. So like I'm the
Mhm.
second youngest of 9. And like my older brothers was way older, but I grew up in the house with 3 boys. And then I had my cousin, my cousin, my god cousin, and my girl cousin. So it was like 6 of us all together, and we was really 90s babies. We was, and we outside until the street
Yeah,
lights is
I say
on.
that.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm straight tomboy. We wrestling in the front yard. Like that was my thing. You know, it wasn't until I was older that I started becoming like girly and wanting to get into like my hair and stuff like that. So it was just kind of like a balance or whatever. But my brothers was just not going for none of that. Like it was given, we was fighting in that crib straight up. Like we was getting to it. But Kansas City is a just like any other inner city, crime infested, you know, gang infested, racially racially separated. Like it's not. It's two different sides of Kansas City. You got the white side where you know they drinking beer and you know rubbing bellies and all that stuff, and then you got the other side where you know you be looking out where you at. So just like any major city, you got that problems. But I was an inner city kid. Just was always involved in everything. Like the fact that it was always so many people in my crib, I couldn't have no privacy. So it was just like, let me find something to do that's me. So I was always in something, whether it was sports, whether it was modeling, whether it was dancing, whether it was hosting. So I got into hosting because I used to be in a model troupe and they needed somebody to interview the people that was coming through the red carpet. And I was like, I'll do it. I like talking. And so I have videos. I have videos of me young. Like I think I had to be like 14. I was hosting. And so that was the first part of like me actually talking to people, like doing interviews, all of that type of stuff. But the partying came from we were in middle school, and like I said, I played every sport. So I was always at the basketball games. I was always at the football games because I was on a dance team. So I was always able to just like interact with all the other inner city kids, like the school district. And so my homeboy or my sis, my one of my close friends, her uncle was already in party promotion. He had an adult team. I was trying to remember the team. I hit them up on Facebook. I'm like, I cannot remember for the life of me what we called ourselves. But we had this team that was the little version of their team. And so we would get the flyers. He would order like 1,000, 2,000 flyers. And this is back when we was like real street teams.
Yeah,
You
we
get
had to do that.
500, you get 500, you get 500, and you tagging everything you see. You know what I'm saying? And this is like the only way people was knowing about stuff. So this is pre-social media. This is like, if anything, we had Facebook, but you know what I'm saying? It wasn't really like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You couldn't even get on Facebook on your phone at that time.
Yeah.
Like you had to get on a desktop to get on Facebook. And
Type
so,
stuff.
yeah. So it was like if you didn't know nobody, nobody knew about you. And so that's how I started learning, like, damn, street promotion, like the word of mouth. As long as you touching somebody and they fucking with you, everybody can fuck with you. So yeah, we hitting the schools, we hitting the track meets, we hitting the volleyball games, we hitting the team parties. And so I ended up playing basketball my 7th grade of middle school, or yeah, in 7th grade of middle school or whatever. I ended up running into a guy named Coach Atkins. And he's real big in Kansas City right now, like did a whole bunch of little league stuff, a bunch of stuff for the city, but ended up partnering with him with one of the community centers. And that's when I started throwing parties for kids, teen parties. So it will be from like 7 to 12, you know what I'm saying? Real teen, like teen stuff. Yeah. Like it will be adults there chaperoning, but like you had to send your email in to get a ticket. That's when I learned about email lists. I'm like, okay, I can blast people this way instead of having to hit everybody's, you know what I'm saying, thing. So boom, that goes to that. I end up going to high school or whatever, and now we doing parties at venues now. We renting venues out. So we getting the security, we getting the DJs, we getting the whatever. I end up getting a job at this place called the College Basketball Experience, and it's connected to the Sprint Center. So almost like how Georgia World Congress Center is type situation if it was connected to Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It's the same type of setup. So I was working there, and I started throwing parties through the CBE. So like I was downtown premier location, like throwing all white parties, like all this types of stuff, like bringing people out. I brought out Travis Porter, K Stylist. Like this is while I'm 16 years old, 16, 17.
Oh yeah, it was the time to be alive. When you said Travis Porter,
Travis Porter, like
yeah,
what?
was lit.
Like we was bringing him out to clubs, and like I'm 16, 17 years old. I'm making like 1,500, 2,000 an event. And you know, obviously we going to the skating rink with the money, we kicking it. We you know what I'm saying? We hood kids. We don't know no better. We buying clothes, like, you know what I'm saying, buying shoes, just doing stuff like that or whatever. So I ended up, you know, Kansas City was Kansas City. I had to leave, end up coming to Atlanta, and I've been here ever since. And so I chilled for a minute. I was playing wifey, and now I stepped back in it back in 2018, and just been going with it ever since. So that's just kind of the transition. But Kansas City is like any other inner city that got black people or minorities. Let me say that.
Nah, the way you describe Kansas City, because I'm from Orlando. So when you say you got that one side, there's white golf clubs and everything, and you got, does everybody be like, you know, in general, yeah, Orlando is Disney. To be honest, it is. That's what people register when they hear Orlando.
Right.
But when you step on that one side and that one area, is all predominantly black. You know.
Yeah, and
right
black stuff be happening. Like the culture don't stop because the city changed. That's why people like, oh, I'm from New York or I'm from this. I'm like, bro, everybody got a hood. Like, be for real. You know what I'm saying? It's just about how you maneuver and how you giving back, whatever. But yeah.
I feel like it's kind of dying out though, in the sense too, because a lot of these areas and stuff being gentrified now, you know. So it's like, you know how like when they tear down the forest and stuff and you start seeing all the animals run out and stuff like that, it's just the same with the hood. They move everybody, you know,
gentrification. Yeah, that's what they do. I mean, it's the story of time. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, it ain't nothing new under the sun. It's just really how you bringing it for real that's changing. It's you. It's you that's changing it. So
facts. So for those who may have not visited Kansas City, like such as myself, like when you home, what are some of your go-to spots to hang out or grab a bite to eat from?
So I'm not gonna lie to you. I just went back home 2 weeks ago to go speak at my alumni gala for my high school.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I really was like outside in Kansas City as an adult.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like Kansas City dangerous. Like it's one of them spots where it's like you ducking for real. You don't go to certain hoods, you don't go to certain spots unless you know certain people. Like just think of a smaller LA. Think of a smaller LA. And so my first time really going out, but when I tell you we was out from 7 p.m. all the way until 6 a.m. So I'm going to tell you all them spots because every spot was cracking. So we started off at the Lowe's Hotel. That was fun. We ended up going to, it's this place called Funky Town, but they only play 70s, 80s, and 90s music.
Yeah.
That's it. Yes. When I tell you I walk in, it was like a movie. Like they had this whole set talking about the car wash. And like a thing came from the ceiling and it was an actual car wash. Like they had foam and shit. Like the shit tripped me out because I'm like, damn, this is a whole movie and the dance floor packed. The drinks was flowing, like not a hookah in sight. Like it was just straight. They was kicking like a movie. It's like a movie. And so I'm just like, okay, that was lit. So we went from that spot. We went to this little bar in Westport. And that's like a little entertainment district or whatever. But it's also racist. A lot of the black spots there have been shut down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't wear certain stuff. Like it's still that type of vibe.
Yeah.
We went to this place called Society and it was cracking. I walked into the DJ booth and this is something I do no matter what country I'm in, what city I'm in. I walk up to the DJ and I show the DJ love. Just off the strength of like, yeah, it don't matter where it's at. And honestly, like I be getting some pushback, but then like when I start to like get to talking, they be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? You good. And so this has been everywhere. Like we was just in Mexico, me and my homegirls and my homeboys, and I walked up to the DJ booth. We playing with the saxophonist, like just lit out the country. But yeah, walked up to the DJ booth or whatever, tapped the mic a little bit. He was like, oh, that's lit. So I exchanged with him contacts or whatever. So we left from Society. We went to Mosaic, and this is like I don't want to say international club, but they play all types of music, alternative, pop, dubstep, piano, like they play everything. And Kansas City is like a mixer pot. Like we have a lot of Latinos, a lot of Asian culture, like Korean, Filipino, like we Vietnamese, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of situation. So every type of everybody is in here. And so weed is legal in Kansas City. So of course we burning down the entire time. Like we going crazy the entire time. We leave from there. We end up going back to the Lowe's Hotel because they got a bar that's downstairs, like that's like social. Left from there, we went to this. I don't even know the name of what it's called, but it's an after hour spot. They have hookah, drinks, music, live DJ, all of that stuff. So I tapped his mic too, and we was out until like 6 in the morning. So them was the places I would say. As far as food, Gates barbecue. We known for barbecue, like LC's barbecue. Yes, like anybody uncle in Kansas City can make some barbecue and make it feel like you got it from a 5-star restaurant. Like I don't eat barbecue in Atlanta because it be pissing me off. 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 So I just be like, I'm not about to eat this. But yeah, we're known for barbecue. We're known for jazz music. We're known for the fountains that we have placed throughout the city. It's a real scenic city too when it comes to like aerial wise. But it's just a lot of space. Everything is spread out. Everything is like Kansas City is small, but like everybody got a porch. Everybody got a front, back, side yard, you know? Like the houses is hella far from each other and shit. Like, you know, so yeah. Kansas City is cool. I mean, I'm starting to appreciate it more as an adult, but you know, before then it was like I'm in and out. I'm not really doing too much. Like
I feel that.
you feel me? Like
yeah.
you know, like I'm not really on the scene like that. I'll pop in for a little bit and I'm out. Like I'm not hanging around nowhere too long at all, ever.
I felt that in my heart. Even because I'm like, even when I go back home, I might go down there for a day and be out quick.
Yeah, like I see who I need to see, and then I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. So you feel me there? So you know what I'm talking about.
I'm already knowing. Real. So you were relocate to Atlanta in 2013. Like, what drew you to Atlanta as a place to, you know, to further your career in media arts? And also, what was your perspective of Atlanta when you first moved here?
So like I said, I did so much in high school that I knew I was too much for Kansas City. I wanted to leave Kansas City. And so I was on, like I said, I used to model. And I came down to Atlanta to audition one time for Paris Fashion Week. I ended up getting it, whatever. I did end up going because I went to a college prep high school. And they basically was like, I was going to be in Paris for 2 weeks. And that was like the last 2 weeks of my senior year. So we was like, during the testing time of senior year. And they were like, if you miss these tests, then you're not going to graduate. And so I already knew I wanted to be in Atlanta because based off of like the opportunity. The way I got down here is neither here nor there, but I ended up down here. And Atlanta just always was a place to me where the sun just felt a little bit brighter. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like I could breathe, like I could move without having to really look over my shoulder type shit, you know? And so that was one thing. And then I saw all the Black people. Like Kansas City, you gonna see, like I said, you see everybody, but like you see Black people here and there, but you don't see Jamaicans, you don't see Haitians, you don't see, you know what I'm saying, like West Africans. Like you see people here and there, but you don't really know people culture. Everybody just summed up as Black. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so down here, it was like, oh shit, like everybody, the janitor, the boss, the manager, the bus driver, the dude driving the Escalade, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody Black. And so that was something that drew me to it. And then, like I said, I just knew, just based off of looking at what Atlanta has when it comes to the HBCUs, when it comes to the artists and the music and the entertainment down here, when it comes to like, even when people used to reference Atlanta, when I'm watching BET, MTV, you know what I'm saying? Like TRL, like I'm looking at these things and I'm just like, they always mention it Atlanta or LA or New York or you know what I'm saying? We're live at a da-da-da-da-da-da. And so I hadn't been to LA or New York. I wanted to go to LA, but Atlanta just seemed more of a fit for me because it was Black. Like I like Black. I love ghetto shit. Like Atlanta, like Black ain't ghetto, but we created ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We created ghetto, and I don't see it as a bad thing. Like somebody like, oh, you ghetto. Like that means I have something that you could never possess because you can't understand nothing I got going on.
You know, culture voters want to be ghetto. When they do it, it don't. When they do it, it don't look right.
Yeah. I'm like, you got a Picasso in your house.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the movie ATL, like, just looking at, I think, like, and this is so funny to even talk about T.I., and this is subconsciously, I'm just now thinking about it. T.I., like, you in high school, you know you want more, you know what I'm saying? You see what your uncle doing, which ain't really too much of nothing, but you got this that's happening in the city, you know what I'm saying? And so I hadn't seen that for Kansas City. I don't really resonate with New York. New York and LA, it just always seems so expensive to me. Hollywood, you know, I'm from Kansas City. I'm just going with what I've been taught. Again, it's pre-social media, so it ain't like we can see exactly what's going on in these places. We just know shit. That's what New York do. That's what LA do. That's what Atlanta do. And Atlanta just felt comfortable. It felt like I could be something here, you know. And when I got here, it just all the doors just started opening too. So I'm just like, yeah, it made sense. I've been here 11 years.
Nah,
So,
that's what's up for real.
yeah, I've been here 11 years.
Well, it'd be a little bit for nine for me, but like I got an understanding of Atlanta as a whole now, like what it
Yeah,
is and what you can do out here, you know.
yeah,
And I still feel like the vibes that people always say, because you know, city to city, everybody watching Atlanta, like, man, they doing this like this in Atlanta and boom, boom, boom. But
yeah,
if you don't got that internally in you already, like you ain't
yeah,
already at home
yeah.
just trying to put the piece to the puzzle, how you
Mm-hmm.
gonna go to another city and develop those habits? You gotta have it in you already. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
you
I ain't
feel me?
gonna lie, and I'm sure you could tell, like, I'd be a testament to this. Like, you could tell when somebody they faking. You know what I'm saying? You could tell when somebody just not that. Like they only going based off of like conversation. They didn't experience anything. And not saying like bad stuff. I'm just saying it's something to be a little kid in the hood knowing you got to get home before the streetlights come on because your mama not playing like that. You know what I'm saying? Or even like you can't go in the refrigerator when that kitchen light is on. The kitchen closed. You know what I'm saying? You ain't just going in the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? Like you all the
Yeah,
pallets, all the covers
yeah.
on the floor, you and your cousins, y'all trying to Eric, give me my cover. You pissed like and now we fight. You know what I'm saying? Like that takes a different type of thing to experience and then you appreciate music differently because little innuendos be in the music and that's why I love music too. So I don't know. I think that's why it all kind of blend in together.
All right, real quick, Stina Dias. We got Wendy
Yeah.
Sit. We got Wendy Sit on Instagram. She asked you what was something that kept you going during hard times when you wanted to give up.
Ooh. Y'all, when I tell y'all my mama, she like my biggest fan. Like, she my biggest fan. And she don't mind saying it. She don't care. Like, she will yell my name to the top of the world till she don't have no more breath left. She spoke so much life into me. Like, we wasn't the richest. We wasn't you know what I'm saying? I didn't get the new shoes all the time. I didn't always, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't allowed a lot of stuff that a lot of kids had growing up. But what I did have was a mama who loved the fuck out of me and always told me, whatever it is you want to do it. If you're gonna be a janitor, you better sweep that floor like you ain't never swept that floor in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like you got one shot, take that shot and don't fuck up because you don't know when it's coming again. And so she just always kept that in me. And ever since I was a kid, it's just always been go get it, be great, go do it, be it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've always been placed in a spotlight to where people can witness it or see it. You know what I'm saying? It just always has aligned my entire life. And so even being down here in Atlanta, like no family down here, um, really working and going a traditional route, you know what I'm saying? Because I tell people all this all the time. Like, I could have been BBL'd up in Miami in a penthouse somewhere like 10 years ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could have took that life, but it's just like that's not me. And so through the hard times, a lot of the times it's been my friends that I depend on. It's been myself, like really just tapping in, like, bruh, ain't nobody coming to save you. That's always just been my mindset. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Ain't no Superman. Ain't no fairy tale finna just, you know what I'm saying? Like it don't happen that way. And so I write a lot, I read a lot, and I spend a lot of time on my own, like building, like talking to myself. And so it's just like my friends, my own support system, and just having discipline and knowing that even when it's not working, if I stay consistent and just keep doing what I know to be true, something gonna at least come from that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be making progress, but I'm not going backwards. You know what I'm saying? And so I call it failing forward, and I'm sure you've heard that before, but like as long as I'm still doing something, it don't matter about what's being accomplished. As long as I'm doing something, then we moving in the right direction.
You preaching over here.
Yeah, I
Real.
give myself grace. I learn. The world beats you up. I ain't got time to look in the mirror and be like, "Why you not doing this?" It's like, "Hey, all right, okay, let's recalibrate." You know what I'm saying? How did this week go? What was it that you didn't like? Like I evaluate myself all the time. Instead of waiting until the new year, every 3 months, it's a conversation with myself, financially, spiritually, emotionally. Like, where we at with it? What we doing? What's your goals? What did you say you want to do? Where you went with that? Like, I tap in with myself a lot, a whole lot. Yeah. 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 There's some discipline. Discipline.
Nah,
Yeah.
they say consistency really is just that's the cheat code. Just be
Yes.
consistent.
Yes.
And also like, you know, it's just like you say, having some motions, just doing something. Like
Yeah.
do something.
Yeah.
Every day ain't gonna be the same as yesterday, but it's
Mhm.
just like what's in front of you, what's coming. You know, like you say, everything
Yep.
aligned.
Yep. I
Oh,
tell people that too, like all the time, like when it comes to social media stuff or even just life, and you like, man, I did this one gig and ain't nobody reached out to me, or I reached out to this one place and I wanted to host, or I wanted to do this and they didn't respond back to me, or they reached out to me, my price was too high and they don't want to work with me no more. It's like, imagine a billion needles. This my mom was a visionary too. She would always like make me picture it. Like she would tell me enough to where I felt it and I heard it, and then she would make me see it with her words. And so she would always be like, imagine a million needles in a big old ball, and you the yellow needle. All of them are silver. All the needles are silver. It's like billions of needles in there. And
damn,
you
I can
throw
see that.
one, yeah, you throw one yellow needle in there, and you like, man, nobody saw my fucking needle, bro. They're not. It's a billion other needles that's way more, you know what I'm saying? That's doing their own thing. How about you throw you a couple hundred needles in there? You might see a speck. Throw you a couple 100,000 needles in there. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about like how hard you going, what you doing. You know what I'm saying? But for you to say one time and it didn't work, it's just like, damn, do you believe in yourself? Like, do you think it could work? Do you feel that? And so yeah, that's my mama just made me that look at it that way. And the more you keep doing it, somebody gonna feel you. It's too many people. Somebody gonna feel you. Somebody, somebody. And if you keep doing it, you're getting better. It's just it takes time. People don't have discipline. People aren't patient. People
Man.
don't have those. You know what I'm saying? It just and that's why I love how I was raised.
Then
Patience.
the cloth you cut from coming from the era before social media, like you say, you did music or you was a promoter, so you had to be
Yeah.
out there hand to hand in
Yeah.
front of
Yeah.
people, chopping it up
Yeah.
with people, letting them feel you in
Yeah.
person. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
it's like we really got advantage. Millennials, we got advantage because it's a
We
red and
do.
blue
We
pill.
do. We
It's a
do.
red and blue pill. It's just all about how you use it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
We got
But
purple pills though. We got both. We got the best of both worlds. Like
yeah.
we dealt with dial up and we knew how to work Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
we got the best of both worlds, and we still got to have a childhood without that shit interrupting it. You know what I'm saying? Because it didn't really come until we was like shit, seniors, juniors in high school, like almost in college, where
Yeah.
this shit started getting for real. Because Facebook was still just a chat room, like
Mm-hmm.
for real, like. You could post pictures and stuff, but you wasn't posting no long. You wasn't going live. Fuck, like what? So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it's that discipline though.
Nah, facts. And then, like you say, we in a time where, like you say, the ones that didn't come from that cloud, they just think, like you said, try that one time, damn, I failed. Like it
Yep,
don't. Everybody want that overnight success. Like and
yep,
social
yep.
media make them look at it like I was built
Everything is
overnight.
easy. Yep,
Yeah.
everything is easy. All the social media not real. They not sharing their real life. It ain't for that. Social media is for you to be who you say you are. That's the point of it. Like people be so caught up in all the semantics and trying not to be something. You know, trying to be original. Like y'all losing out on money. Y'all playing. Like y'all playing right now. But you know, I mean not.
Nah, for real. So, what made you decide to transition? You know, when you was hosting parties to pursuing a career in media and entertainment. Like you could have did anything else, but you just decided to go that path all the way.
Um, I'm an entertainer. I like to believe that to be so. Like when you think of a host in a club, like you see them, they at the DJ booth, they probably standing on the couch or two. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm probably in the middle of the floor doing a full routine.
Engagement.
I'm entertaining. You know what I'm saying? And so you not just getting somebody talking on the mic, talking about some buy some drinks, turn up y'all, yelling on the mic. I know the words. I know the pockets of the music. I know more than likely when the DJ gonna switch the music. I know songs without having to stand at the DJ booth. You know what I'm saying? Like just all these little different like little tidbits that just make me completely different when I'm hosting. And so, and again, I know culture. So it don't matter if it's LA, it don't matter if it's New York, it don't matter. I know your dances, I know your lingo, I know your how y'all vibe. I know what song go with what. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like, I don't know. I'm always like entertainment. And so I have a brand, it's called Live Fast Pretty. And it's going to be a multimedia realm. I want to teach people how to do certain things. I want professionals to be able to network, and I also want to still host my own events. So it's going to be like three different sectors, but it's going to just be of the development of people. I love writing, I love reading, I love painting, I love dancing, I love the arts. You know what I'm saying? So entertainment was always going to be my go-to. I wasn't gonna go to college until, some stuff ended up happening. And I'm like, okay, I guess shit, I'll go with it. But college wasn't my first choice. I was gonna be out here, you know what I'm saying, doing me, figuring it out that way. So um I love talking, I love talking to people, and I know a lot because I read a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't take stuff for face value. I literally do the research. Like I'm one of them. I'm fake a nerd. I watch documentaries, I watch docu-series. So it's like entertainment was just gonna happen for me. Entertainment was just gonna happen for me. Where the interviewing and stuff came in was, like I said, when I was a kid, I used to interview on the red carpet. I used to want to know about people. I was always inquisitive. I was always told to ask questions. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no stupid question unless it's a stupid question. You know what I'm saying? Like don't be dumb.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like my mama just kept it real like that. Everything is really a test to my mama. Like for real, for real. And so yeah, entertainment, like, or even just media, it sought me. I used to do Fin and Feathers on Edgewood. Like, I built that brunch up, and I ended up doing a couple commercials for some restaurants out in Cleveland. And one of the ladies who was doing the engineering or working on it, she was out in Cleveland, and she was like, hey, have you ever thought about doing radio? And no, I haven't. I've always been a live person. I never thought about being a personality. You know what I'm saying? Because I just, never thought about it. I'm an in-person person. And
Right.
so she's like, I have this radio show, da 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 da, and that's what this is. I'm on that radio show now. And so I've learned that I can still give the same energy, just like you said, you felt it through the phone. I can still give that same vibe without having to physically be there. And it might almost impact just a little bit more for people to want to see who I am or what I'm doing, as opposed to just having live events. So I just saw it as something I could add to my portfolio. Like, shit, why not? My mama said I could do everything. I could do anything. Why can't I? And so now we here doing it.
Nah, for real. Shout out to moms for planting that seed. You feel me?
Yes,
That's
yes,
very
yes. She
important.
fired. She fired. That's my girl. That's my girl.
So when it comes to the entertainment industry, like what are some of the biggest challenges you face just starting out? When you jumped in the field, 2018, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It actually came to me. Um, but the challenges I feel were more so along the lines that it's a male dominated industry. You know what I'm saying? And with me being friendly, I'm friendly, I'm not nice. So like I could talk to anybody. I could be cool with anybody, but like I'm not finna be in your face. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna be the expression is sucking dick to like do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not finna just be doing all that. But I'm gonna be nice. I mean, I'm gonna be friendly. I think it's just with it being a male dominated industry, a lot of that friendliness can get mistaken as flirting. And so like that was a hard part. Like dudes trying me up and like not really respecting me as somebody who does what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just not one of them. Like I know what you've probably seen, but I'm just not one of them. I'm not going, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of hard, kind of keeping it professional when people is really trying you everywhere, all the time. That was one of the challenges. Another one was not really using my network. Like I would meet people, but I would be so busy, or it would be so many different things that I got my hands in. I was not doing my due processes of following up with people. You know what I'm saying? Like you met the person, got the connection, got the number, ain't hit them up in 3 months. Like you damn near didn't meet them no more. You know what I'm saying? You damn near got to reintroduce yourself, you know? And so it's just like forgetting where I'm meeting people, just not really being on my game, you know? Not doing content, that's been a challenge. Like even when you don't want to do it, it's just like you have to. You have to. Only because that's just what's creating like the curiosity of what's next, what's coming, what is she doing? You know, for people that don't talk to me every day or people who don't like see me every day, you know, that's something that they be looking for. So those challenges as far as like balancing your personal life and business always is gonna be like a buckle. You know what I'm saying? Because just be like, I don't feel like it, but it's like, who's gonna do it? Like, who gonna do it if you don't do it? It's not gonna happen. And so that's one. Something I still struggle with right now is a lot of the people I DJ with or have my gigs with be males. And, you know, people pull up to whatever the spot is and I'll be standing next to the DJ and they'll reach over me. Or they'll go to the DJ and be like, hey, can you say this on the mic? And I'll kind of look at them. I'll just let them do what they do or whatever. And then I'll just start talking on the mic. And then they'll try to say something to me, or you know what I'm saying, or I'll be like, hey, how you doing? My name is Stina. You know what I'm saying? Nice to meet you, and thank you for introducing yourself. Like you reaching over me. And so it's just like having to establish that dominance without really being bitchy is always you know what I'm saying? Because dudes will take it and be like, oh no, I don't want to work with her because da 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 da. And it's not that. It's just like give me the same level of respect you would give a man when at least you coming into my space. It ain't even like we in just a room and I'm telling you to come in and speak to me. You're reaching over me to get to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like you are in my space and you ain't even acknowledged that I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just a big respect thing that I'm still trying to, you know, establish with people. Like stop playing, don't play with me like that. I don't play like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool, but I don't play like that. And so yeah, that's really the challenging things. I mean, obviously, like having to be making money, but also supporting your dream has been challenging too, because you got to pour money into your brand. I don't care what nobody say. Like, you got to invest in yourself, whether that be promotion, whether that be clothes, whether that be equipment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to invest in yourself. And it's just like sometimes you got to choose not going out or not doing this or not, you know what I'm saying? You got to skip out on that trip because you know you got this coming up and you ain't got no sponsor for this event, so you about to go buy some clothes. You got to get your hair done. For me, it's hair, nails, makeup, like all of that stuff is included in my budget. So it's just like I invest in myself. And so, yeah, it's just really finding that balance for real, and then just staying disciplined because you can get lazy on yourself. You can really get lazy on yourself. And you know what I mean? Like, you can really just not want to do that shit. Like, I just don't feel like it. And, you know, I give myself grace sometimes, but it's sometimes where it's like, you need to get up, get it done. And this is my rule of thumb. Like, I call it swallowing the frog. Just do the hard shit in the beginning of the day and get it over with so that by the time the end of the day come, you going downhill. Like, you coasting instead of having to wait to the end after you didn't, you know what I'm saying? Mentally, you tired. Physically, you probably did whatever. You know, you ain't, and now you got to go home and you still got all this stuff you got to do. Nah. If it take 2 minutes, knock it out. If it take less than 5 minutes, knock it out. Like it just be easy stuff. So just holding myself accountable. Like I said, yeah, that's really it. But yeah, every day is a new struggle. Every day is a new struggle. Every day is something different. So
Nah, facts. I mean, even with every day being a new struggle, you already prepared. You know, you got the
yeah,
mindset for it, you
yeah,
know.
yeah. Take it like that, and you won't be bad. I just don't get too. I don't get fucked up off too much. Like it happened. It happened. I'm going. All right, cool. It is what it is. Like I just learned that people's emotions be the reason why they be fucked up. It be they emotions. They can't discern that. So yeah, my mama just always kept it real with me. Like this what it is. This what it ain't. Regardless of how you feel, this is the facts. Facts or feelings. You should say that.
Yeah, gotta look at it like that.
Yeah, facts or feelings. Like what are we talking about?
For real.
How you feel or what the truth is. Like,
You said accountability make you just look at the fact of it. No matter how
yeah,
you feel, you just look
yeah.
back and like, well, shit, that was on me. You know?
Yep. Take that L on the chin, take whatever it is on the chin and be like, damn, don't do it again though. Like, don't keep doing it. Like,
flip that L into a lesson.
yeah. Like, don't keep doing it though. Like, that's where people be fucking up. You be knowing better. People be knowing better and still don't be doing better. And they be mad looking like, well, it's the world, it's this, it's that. Nah, nigga, it's you. You
Yeah,
the problem.
that's that shortcut you keep trying to take and that been not working.
Yeah, it's like they be working harder at the fucked up plan and just putting the same amount of energy into the right plan. Like, damn, you could have did the same thing. My mom used to say, you did all that to cheat when all you had to do was read the shit and you would have known, but you did wrote the shit on your hand. Now you try to be undercover in class. Like, you could have just did the work to know the shit instead of having to do the work to hide that you don't know the shit. Like, huh? You working either way. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. So, can you tell us about a particularly memorable moment hosting engagement early in your career? Like any memorable moment from when you first started?
Like for when I was back home in Kansas City?
Yeah,
Or
like any memorable event. We could start it from 2018.
Okay. Damn. I done a lot. I've done a lot.
Like any one of them were kind of challenging or something. Maybe the crowd was different, or any of them kind of gave you a challenge. You was already doing it, but
oh my gosh, yes. Okay. So I work with this company. It's called Community X, and they're basically a gamer / tech company, but they're also in sports and music. And so they kind of combined all three people, all three platforms, and made it one thing called Community X. And so they would throw concerts and basically highlight independent artists while also highlighting the main artists. So for this specific one, we had the Tabernacle. And I was hella excited. G Herbo was like the main act. Timothy Isaiah was there. Isaiah Rashad was there. Who else? Dang, I'm trying to think. I can't even think. There was so many people. Either way, I've read from a teleprompter before, but if you've ever sat in front of a teleprompter, it's like it's no more than 10 feet away from you. You know what I'm saying? So you're able to see the words, you're able to see everything, da 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 da. Man, we was doing sound check or whatever, and the teleprompter, I'm on the stage of the Tabernacle. You know how the Tabernacle is, right? Like where the sound stage is, like or where the sound and tech and stuff is at, right? It's at the back of that. And I'm there, and the screen is probably like the size of shit. It's probably the size of it's probably like no more than 40 inches, like the screen. I get up there and they like, yeah, can you read that? I said, huh? This was the moment I found out that I was farsighted. I can't see far. I can't see far at all, right? And so now I'm booked for this event. They didn't already pay me.
Yeah.
G Herbo just dropped his album. He's performing songs from his album. We're at the Tabernacle. I got a videographer. Like the shit is just crazy. Everything is on. and I don't know how to read this damn teleprompter. So we get up there or whatever, and I tell them, I mean, obviously while it's happening, I can't read it. And so they give me the script, and the script is like 2 pages long. Advertisers, like just everybody. And so we get to the day, I mean, the time of the show or whatever, because I'm in the dressing room. And I'm like, damn, I can't even take no more shots because I need to be able to
Nah, for real.
regurgitate this without like fucking up. And so, man, I get up there and I remember like the first 3 paragraphs, and out of nowhere, I just tell the DJ like, "Hey, play some music real quick." Hey, I can't read that shit. I forgot it. It is what it is. I knew the gist of everything, but that was just when I realized like, okay, damn, I don't ever want to be in a situation where a client has paid me for an event and expect for these certain things to be delivered and I can't do it because of a physical ability. And so I'm like, damn, okay, yeah, it's time to really tap in and like make sure that'll never happen again. You know what I'm saying? It's like I need to ask those questions. Hey, do y'all want me to read from a teleprompter? Hey, what's expected of me? You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know I was gonna be doing that. So I ended up getting through the event. They still loved it, but for me, that was like such an embarrassing like. Is this really fucking happening right now? Like, I can't read the teleprompter. My eyes hurt. I already took like 3 shots of 1942. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little, you whatever, whatever. And so, yeah, that was a moment that was just like, damn. But it was still lit though. It was still lit though. Yeah. The highlights is on my YouTube too. I think it's on my Instagram too. Like it was a whole day full of events. But that was the like probably one of the most memorable, like for real. 2020, I hosted a party with Brent Fayez. That was fire. Like this is before he was really like popping. You know what I'm saying? A DJ like he gotta pay me $100 to play that music. I'm like, do you not know who the fuck this is? Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we kind of upsetted me about DJs in Atlanta. Everybody is celebrity, so they don't feel like they have to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That barter system with certain people, but it's like you got to know who you don't know. You know what I'm saying? You got, and I make that my duty. Like, who is these people? What they got going on? What's their motion? Like, I'm tired of reaching up. I just been reaching across and like networking with people that are on or around my level and shit. We could do it that way. But he didn't even know who Brent Fayez was. And of course, a couple years later, boom, he blew up and he like, bro, I remember that time I was playing Brent's music. I'm like, bro, you didn't even fuck with him like that. You capping, yeah, we in a room and he telling everybody how he was the one that put it together. I'm just like, oh,
man, my ask for that $100.
And I'm like, bro, you was asking for $100 instead of the fact that you was able to break Brent Fayez music during COVID.
Man. See, that's the green stuff behind that, though. You know, when you talking all the end of the business and all that, people will be all on the other end, but then when they see you on another level, they remake the story.
Yeah, and like I'm like, that didn't happen that way, but I ain't even bust his bubble. I let that. I let him live because you know what I know, like, and I know, like, come on, bro. So yeah, them was some of the memorable ones, but like I've really had a blessed life when it comes to this hosting stuff. Like I've been able to like change different rooms, not even just clubs dealing with music. You know what I'm saying? Like speaking panels. You know what I'm saying? Those types of situations. Just really been able to touch people, and I'm happy that I'm humble enough that I can share my story and talk about it without feeling like a victim or like. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to go through all this, and now I'm fine. Like, nah, I could just keep it cool, and we could party. That'd be the vibes.
Nah, your humbleness is everything. Nah, that's like we appreciate the story being told here. So also you've been in Atlanta for about a decade. Like, what are some things you've seen transpire over the years in the Black Mecca as far as the entertainment industry and the city's culture?
That Southern hospitality is what got Atlanta where we at right now. So like you could never go to LA and New York and change their vibe. Ever. 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 They're gonna look at you dog crazy. But the fact that Atlanta is in the South and people are willing and open, that's what I say I can love about Atlanta too. They've welcomed so many people into their culture. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole ATLian is a real thing. And I used to be like, yeah, Atlanta, y'all got taken over by everybody else. But it's like, nah, we just giving people a platform to do what we know they could do. And I had to look at it different. Like, hold on. We ain't take over nothing because ATL is still ATL at the end of the day. But what I can say has transpired just within music. I came down here 2013, and that was at the peak of like the Migos introduction to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? They changed the whole rap flow and the cadence of rap and like how it could sound on music. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like from going to that to like seeing certain restaurants that aren't open anymore, or like club culture that's gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was clubs that didn't have sections. It was clubs that were section based, but it wasn't like crazy prices. Like, just a lot of new niggas came down, or new people came down here and just kind of changed it and threw their own twang on it without giving respect or due diligence to Atlanta. It's like, you came here, you supposed to at least leave the historic shit. You know what I'm saying? When I say that, I mean the culture of Atlanta. People from Atlanta dance. I don't know if you remember the dudes in the 4 white tees and they hit it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
people
how
from
good,
Atlanta
yeah.
dance. And so it's weird for me hosting in a club to now see that like all people doing is sitting in sections smoking hookah on their phone. Like, for me, it's sad to see because it's just like, damn, I know where Atlanta is. Like, I know what Atlanta is. Like, you got hood niggas, you got old niggas, you got young niggas, you got everybody just dancing. And now everybody too cool. And then it be people that ain't really cool that's trying to be too cool. It just be like, what is this? Like, y'all didn't learn nothing in the pandemic. Y'all could do that at home for real. For
That's that.
real.
That's
For
that social.
real.
That social
Yeah.
media algorithm got them going crazy. Everybody a star.
It's just, I hate it so bad. And so that I don't like that's changed, but I do like the development of the city that we have so many different people here that shit, you get cool or somebody sees you do something, do your thing, they still got connections back in their city. You know, you almost got like a automatic like connect to another city. And so that's how I've been able to host, you know, in multiple spaces. And so it's just like, it's a blessing and a curse, but I do feel I would love for Atlanta to get back to real club culture and like breaking records in the club. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything don't have to be a top 40 hit. We don't have to listen to music that's just on the radio or just on TikTok or just for y'all to get lit. Like, if somebody's coming here, they pay their bread to get their music spent and it's fire, like, I don't see the point in like, I don't know who this is. You know what I'm saying? It's just where the love at. That's what it is. Where the love. The love gone. Like, the same love people would show when they came to Atlanta, it somehow didn't rub off on them. And they not doing the same in return. So it's just like a little vicious cycle, but I feel like it's still good spaces in Atlanta that are holding on to that culture of like, look, you could come kick it here. We got some good prices for you. We could take it there if you want to, but you don't absolutely have to. Like, I like those spaces. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's kind of just been it. Like, I mean, obviously, and then the traffic and the prices. Atlanta used to be cheap to go out. You could have like shit, $200-$300 and you could kick it. But no lie, if you ain't going out to a club in Atlanta, like a premier club in Atlanta, and at least got 750 a band, like, you in the way of people getting to the sections. You in the way. You in the way. You in the way. Like, I don't know. I don't know. And then the DJs, they don't show Atlanta love no more. They do Atlanta sets instead of having Atlanta music playing. You know what I'm saying? They do Atlanta sets, but like they'll play their music or whatever. And it's cool in certain instances, but I just feel like the love and respect for Atlanta people don't give no more. Like, they don't give Atlanta that no more. And it's only certain spaces that highlight Atlanta, you know, curated events. So
I feel that.
yeah,
Nah,
it's sad. It's sad a little bit because I love Atlanta. I love Atlanta, but they trying to make it a LA and a New York, and it's just not that. It's too much hospitality here. Like,
right.
it's too much hospitality here.
I feel that because that's exactly the feeling I got. You know, the hospitality. You know, you ain't even gotta be like, you can be from anywhere. If you doing whatever you doing, music or whatever you into, people just gonna just go to a spot or get your music player to go perform. Like people is actually gonna be an audience for you.
Yeah, yeah.
If your
They
shit
gonna be
good,
asking your Instagram, trying to take pictures with you, like you know what I'm saying, just really showing love, and it's just like, damn, y'all too cool for that. That's weird. This is supposed to be Black Hollywood, like where Black people, where nepotism is happening with Black people, like straight up. It's supposed to be just because I know you, that's why you got it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like we can get back to it, but it's definitely gonna just have to be a culture change. Like the club owners gonna have to get on one page, like type thing. You know what I'm saying? So I've even been thinking about doing something as far as like that in Atlanta. Like bringing all the club owners, bringing all the like who's, the top promoters, the smaller promoters, just bringing everybody in one room and like, let's chop this up. What we doing? Where we going with this? Like how we about to maneuver this to where it can make sense for everybody? Because this ain't it, and this ain't Atlanta. This ain't Atlanta. This ain't Atlanta.
Nah, for real. And it's like, no, yeah, you got to do that to get it going back in the right direction. Because at this point, it's like you don't know where the vehicle going now. That bitch just drive.
yeah. It's a Tesla. That just on its own.
I was just gonna say that.
On its own, doing what it want to do. So like, yeah, I still love Atlanta though. Like Atlanta has been a blessing to me. Atlanta has been a lesson to me. It's home for me now. Like I love Atlanta, and anytime I get a chance to tell anybody about Atlanta, it's gonna be all good things. All good things. All the traffic set aside, it's gonna be all good things. So
yeah, that traffic different.
Hey,
somebody did a barbecue on 285 on the traffic jam.
They're not for real. Have a whole cookout on the highway that we back to back, bumper to bumper at any time of the day. Like that's crazy to me. It's 3 a.m. Why are we in traffic? What's happening? Like I don't know. Yeah. It's just Atlanta. Atlanta is crazy. I love it though.
So how do you balance, your various hosting roles, from radio shows to nightlife events and panels?
Oh, like I said, I read a lot. I read and I write a lot. I also study people. So like, I look at people talking on panels. I watch people. I listen to people on the radio. I watch red carpet interviews. I watch podcasts. You know what I'm saying? And so, I think with me just being multifaceted in what I'm interested in allows me to be able to be like a shapeshifter when I get in a certain space. Like I know what questions to ask. I know like what body posture to have. Yeah, that really just be it. Like my mom used to always call it being a chameleon. And some people will say it's fake. But it's just like I could kick it with Pookie and them, but I could also kick it with Bill, Bob, and Joe. I could also kick it with Hefe and Pablo. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't really matter where I'm at. I'm very aware of my surroundings and I know how you're supposed to conduct yourself in each setting. And I just go with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We in the club, you're supposed to be dancing. I'm supposed to be lit. I'm supposed to be turned. I'm supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm at a panel. Okay. I know how each questions go. We have a time schedule. We have you know what I'm saying, time slots for these specific things. We have a run a show, a concert, shit. I know I'm supposed to be getting people lit. Now we on. So like, it's almost just kind of being, just really learning how to just maneuver in spaces and acting accordingly. Like act according. When in Rome, do as the Romans do, is what my mama say. Like you don't go to Jamaica talking about some Chinese food. Don't be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like you in Jamaica, man, where the curry chicken at? Where the jerk chicken? Where the rice and peas? Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, I've just always known wherever you at, that's what you do. And it's not being fake. It's allowing yourself to learn more and not be so stubborn and like, this is who I am and what I'm doing. Don't change your character, but change how you present your character when you in certain spaces. That's just what I've always been taught. So yeah, it's easy for me. I just know how to act. As soon as I peep the room, see what's going on, get the debrief, the rundown, the location, like all the things, I'm tapped in. So.
Oh yeah, nah. It sound like the more information, the better.
Yeah, hell yeah, absolutely. In any instance, I'd rather know more than not know nothing. No more not needed than not know nothing and not gotta wonder. Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
So, could you share a behind the scenes story from one of your collaborations with celebrities or artists? I mean,
Would
you
I
just brought up
sell?
your like your share behind the scenes story from like one of your collaborations with celebrities or artists. You
Okay.
just mentioned Meg the Stallion too.
Oh yeah. I'm just praying her team ends up reaching out. I guess I can talk about that because that was super recent and like that was so fucking lit. Yeah, so I went to the Megan Thee Stallion concert twice. I love Megan. Hold on. I don't know if I can see it. I got
Oh
artists
yeah.
all around my house. So I got like Megan, Kendrick, Gunna's up here, The Weeknd, Aaliyah. I love music. Anyways, um, I went to the first concert and I saw that she was like bringing people up on stage and I didn't get to do it the first time. And so the second time, my homeboy hit me up like a week before, like, "Hey, I got an extra ticket. You want to go to the Megan Thee Stallion concert?" This is after she dropped her album, Megan, which is fire, by the way, if y'all haven't listened to it. Um, she just had dropped her album, and I love the album. So I'm like, hell yeah, I want to go. Like, and it's a free concert. Like, yeah. And so I'm like, damn, I'm getting up on that stage, and I have been saying it since he told me he had the
Yeah.
tickets. And so I really believe in like the moment I say something is true. Like it's happening. And you gotta live in some form of delusion when you trying to be successful. Like you gotta believe that you could do something that you ain't never saw yourself do before. You just gotta say you do it. And so I'm like, I'm getting on the stage with Megan. So the time comes for the concert or whatever, and the time comes for her to like bring people up on stage. I was wearing my homeboy's clothing line, Black Dollar Cola, and I knew like I just needed something simple to where she could say a color, a thing about me to where she could point me out to bring me up on stage. And so I ran to the front or whatever, and they like, they like, no, you can't. You need to go back to your seat. And I said, I'm not going back to my seat till she at least looks this way. Like her back was turned. It didn't make sense. Like no, she ain't even looked this way to tell me no yet. Like, or y'all to tell me no. And so I got on all pink. I got this slick back. My hair is slick back, and I got like a braid. And so I'm jumping up and down, and it's so funny. I got a screenshot of my homegirl's DM. One of her friends saw me. She was like, "Yeah, when she picked her, she was jumping like 5 feet in the air." When I tell you, I was jumping so fucking high. I
Oh,
was
yeah,
like,
that's that basketball right there.
yeah, so I ran track, I
Yeah.
danced, like I've done every sport you could think of. Like it's gonna take a
Mhm.
lot for me to get fat for real, because like I'm just athletic. Anyways, she was like, "You in the pink." And so I ran up there or whatever. And when I was up there, it was just a bunch of like boys. And I'm just like, okay, this is not what we're doing. So I worked my way to the front. I looked at the security. I was like, "Can I go up there?" He was like, "No." And so I'm just like, damn, you in my way. So I just kind of moved around him and just started, what I'm saying, dancing. And I started swinging my ponytail. I hit him with it a couple times and he grabbed that hoe. He grabbed it, and I'm just like, damn, you killing my vibe. And so she finally turned around and I pointed like, "Can I come up there with you?" And she was like, "Yeah." And from that, it was just like dance. And I told you I'll be dancing in the club when I'm hosting. Like you would think it was a routine, but I just love to freestyle dance. Like I love music, I know music, and I know how to dance. So it just be
Yeah.
both. It be looking like she had this plan, but none of it be planned. And so when I got up there, it wasn't even like I knew what I was gonna do, but I know how to twerk and I know how to dance. So it just went crazy from there. But at the end when we hugged, it felt like I was hugging one of my homegirls. Like it felt like I really knew her because I don't know. I don't know. I really resonate with Megan, even when it just comes to just being the tall girl. I'm tall. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always been fit. I've always been like, I don't want to say a it girl, but a it girl. You know what I'm saying? So, and I never really had to do too much. And so when we hugged, it just felt like I hugged one of my close friends or whatever. But the video went viral. I done got like probably 700 followers off of it. Like a couple people have tried to like interview with me. I mean, not including you, but like more people. Just like a lot of dope things came from it. And I'm happy that I was able to like seize the moment. Like I didn't, when it came, it was like I went and I could just only think of my mama. Like, you got one shot, don't fuck it up. Like, just don't fuck it up. And so, like, you stay ready. You ain't really got to do too much to get ready. You perform. And so, Yeah, that was lit. And I'm still praying that something comes from that. Her team did reach out, so I'm just like, we gonna see what that do. But like Stina Snow, I used to call myself Stina Snow. That's the funny part. Like, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. It was meant to be.
Nah, for real. You sound like an opportunist. Like you say, seize the moment. And
Yeah.
that's how I look at everything too. It's like, you know, when I sit back, and that's the power of social media, because most of this platform I built is been off mostly social media. I'm having conversations with people all over. Like, and I'm getting better at holding these conversations because, like I said, I told you, man, I didn't see myself really even doing this, to be honest. It came from
Yeah.
me, a simple me being bothered by how artists, and you got these culture vultures and how they promote all the negativity with the culture. So I said, you know what? Told my partner, I said, bro, we gotta, and it just evolved and
Yeah.
turned into what it is. Now I got a clear purpose of what's going on.
That's lit. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, the name of the platform, everything that you kind of like that you doing, not even kind of everything that you doing is needed. Like, be the change you want to see. If you want to see somebody being this, then you be it, and then you'll attract them type of people, and you'll see it more. You know, so it's just like it's all full circle moments. Like,
Yeah.
this is lit though. This is lit though.
Real Ty, I appreciate that. You know, coming from a professional media personality and everything else you did. But yeah, it's like a each one teach one, because that's what life is. We all
Yeah.
providing each other with resources and information. So it's like
Yeah.
we the open garden, plant your own
Yeah.
fruit and everything,
Yeah.
vegetation, and let it grow, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm an open book. I don't hold no sauce. I don't gatekeep or nothing like that. Like, I have a couple mentees that I'm helping get through their journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, wherever I'm able to help, I love volunteering, going to go talk to the kids at schools. And that's what I mean by being a media personality. Like, I'm in every setting. I'm not just in a club. Like, I'm in the schools reading the kids. I'm in, you know what I'm saying? I'm at their talent shows, their little assemblies. Like, I'm doing community service. I'm everywhere. So I just feel like if you're gonna do it, you do it full throttle. Like, you go for it. Just go for it. And everything that's gonna happen in due time will. You know what I'm saying? It takes time to be great, but everything happens when it's supposed to. I believe in that completely. I don't miss nothing. I don't miss nothing. If it didn't happen, it wasn't supposed to.
Nah, facts. You know, as long as you keep working, like you say, stay consistent, doing something.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on the evolving role of media personalities in influencing cultural and social trends? As you say, you're a culture trendsetter.
Yeah. So I got two opinions, and I'm gonna say the generic one first, because I do want people to know, like, I don't have the rule book for how this is supposed to go, and anything is possible. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is, I love how everyone is able to be an influencer. I love that everybody is able to have a voice. I love that everybody can be the reason because of something. Now, where my second opinion come in is, everybody got their audience. Everything ain't for everybody, and I'm not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just like you ain't for everybody, but it's just like, I feel like certain stuff when it comes to the culture, especially when it comes to like music, when it comes to like, I'll even say art, like subjective art, like how people view art. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's certain things, like as a community, when I say that, I mean more so Black people in the entertainment industry. I feel like we should do a better job of protecting our sauce. Like, we be so willing to give it away for money. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes shit just can't be bought. Like, you ever heard the saying, like, don't sell grandma's house?
Man, I just went through that in real life.
Like,
Man.
people selling the recipes for money, and it's just like, look what the money make a bitch do. That's how I really see it. Like, y'all taking this the short term goal, the short term cutout, the short term payout, and y'all are being detrimental to what the culture is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even I'll even say it like Sexy Red. I don't hate Sexy Red. Love Sexy Red. She fire as hell. I just feel, if the community, if we are going to support her, then we have to at least censor where her music is for the smaller people in our community. You know what I'm saying? That's grown folk music. That's for the club. Like, ain't no reason why you playing that in front of your daughter or why you playing that in front of your kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, we as a culture need to create systems. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to people outside trying to be culture vultures, like everybody has a voice, but I think we need to set standards for it. We need to set standards for it because and how you gonna say you support black women, but then you hate no Sexy Red? She young and getting it, bro. She putting her family got food in their pocket. She always walking around with bread. You know what I'm saying? Like she just had a healthy baby. You know what I'm saying? Like how you hating on her? And she making money for her people. So it's just like I don't know. With what we're doing as a culture, we also need to be able to police it internally as a culture. Period. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I should be able to say, hey, nah, bro, that's not what we doing. Or if we doing it, it's only for this audience. That we don't play that around them. We don't do that around them. We don't move around them. And this is what we feed them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the difference in how I maneuver and what I see a lot of what the culture is doing now. People is just sellouts. People is just doing whatever. They ready to crash out behind clout and money. And I just can't relate to that. I can't get behind that. I can't.
And it's like I was saying earlier when I reiterated, if you cut from a different cloth, it's like before all of this, you know better. It's like we the ones where it's like we gotta govern we gotta govern it. Yeah. Like I said, we can't say the next generation, what they call Gen Z and Alpha, whatever, they don't know.
Yeah.
We gotta set the standards, you know.
Yeah, and even outside of that, I just think like a lot of people gotta understand like what we do, other cultures just cannot simply do. Like they just can't do the way we do music, the way we dress, the way we speak, the way we act, the way we interact, the way we react. Like other cultures simply do not have it. And it's just like, I don't think people know the value of what they born with, for real. Like, this shit can't be taught. It cannot be taught. But we can have it corrected. You know what I'm saying? We can have it corrected. And so wherever I can do it, wherever I can spread it, whether it be in a club or on the panel or at a school or in the park or in the wherever, on a podcast, I'm just going to try to do my part. And whoever I could touch and whoever could come with me, you know, that's just where I'm at with it. But you know, Harriet Tubman, I'm sure she had encountered some people who was like too scared to leave the freedom. So,
for real. Damn, if you ain't ready for the ride, you gotta Cuba good and get your ass out. Get your ass out.
I can't force you. I don't know what you want me to do. I can't force you, but like, yeah, it's gonna take time, but I do feel that we are moving in the right direction. Our generation, like, and I'll say specifically between the ages of like 28 and 34, that specific end of millennials, like the back part of millennials, is just, we got a completely different outlook. Like we understand, but we get it too. You know, like you said, we the perfect balance. We the paradigm. Yeah. So like, we the anomaly. We the exceptions. Like for real. In all instances.
So you got another question. Is there anyone who you had to leave behind or cut off because they didn't believe in you and could have held you back?
Mine, it's been a couple people. Friends, yes. But mostly mine, I'm a lover girl. So most of mine have just been like relationships. Like I've learned I don't really, if it's too hard, I'm done. Like I don't really do all of that. You know what I'm saying? So like I would have loved, you know what I'm saying, to have that little story, you know, come up with your dude, but it's just not it. So yeah, it's been some friends, it's been some family that, you know, I've had to cut off. Shit, it was a point in time, like I didn't talk to my mom for a year, and I'm a mama's girl, so like, but I just needed her to understand anybody can be on that other side. Like, I don't play like that. I say that for real, please. I don't play like that. I do not play like that. I play a lot, but I don't play like that. And so, yeah. But fortunately enough, I've been able to keep people in my life 20 plus years, 10 plus years, you know what I'm saying, 5 plus years. I don't fall out with people easily. and I'm really blessed to have like a tribe that actually believe in me, that give a fuck about me, that don't want nothing from me. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to use me as an opportunity or be an opportunist when it comes to me. Like, I've rarely been taken advantage of. I've rarely been, you know what I'm saying, just really put in a compromising position when it comes to my tribe. So like, I'm fortunate enough to have experience having to let people go, but I'm also fortunate enough to still have a lot of people that I started off with too. So it go both ways.
Nah, I feel that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I think the hardest thing be, like you say, when you built a relationship so long and it's just like, damn, I gotta cut this string.
I
Cause
hate it had to be
it been hanging
you.
on by a little thread. You know that little piece of
Yeah.
thread be hanging off your clothes. You just gotta.
Yeah. I hate it had to be you though. And you ever think like you such a genuine person or such a like thorough person. Like I don't really do or say nothing I don't mean. And I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect by any means. You know what I'm saying? I am flawed, but I also move with intention. So I'm not just out here doing stuff just to say I did it. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, if I don't mess with you, but like I'm confrontational, not in a bad way. Let's talk about it. Let's be done with it. I'm not letting no elephant stay in the room. Like I'm not one of those people. And so it just be weird when I be so straightforward, genuine, kind, just a thorough friend, a thorough human, a real person. And you come with me with that bullshit. It's like, I got to take you for that because you meant that. Especially when dealing with me, because I only do stuff that I mean. I don't say nothing I don't mean. I don't do stuff I don't mean. So when you doing it, it's just like, damn. And you know me too. Because I don't hide who I am. I don't wait till like, all right, cat's out the bag. Like, no. Who it is, you see is what you get with me. And so when you do it, it's like, damn, I gotta take that for what it is. Like, damn, you don't fuck with me like I thought you did. You know what I'm saying? And I believe in mistakes, but it's just certain stuff you don't do. It's certain stuff you don't say. And yeah, for those people that have experience, I don't wish them no bad, but it's just like you don't exist to me for real. You know what I'm saying? You just not in my world. Like I don't really care to interact with anything you have going on. And I don't mind that you don't interact with anything that I don't have going on. So you just kind of be whatever. You just don't exist.
Nah, you got really at that point. He really telling somebody you don't deserve my dopeness. You feel me? I'm too dope for you.
Yeah. Like,
I'm that good
this
drug.
what
Yeah.
you gonna do with it? Okay, I get it. Okay. But I've learned to like when somebody show you who they are, believe it. Don't try to paint no different picture. Don't try to, especially at this big ass age. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, for
it's
real.
too many resources. It's too much knowledge out here for you to be like, I didn't know. You know? And then for a person like me, I'm gonna tell you. So, like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I leave people where they be happy to be fucked up at. For real, for
I
real.
feel that.
That's anybody. Like, anybody.
So, what's one piece of advice you wish you received when you first started out in the industry?
Everybody is not genuine. And obviously you know that, but like when you get in the business space, you almost get to thinking like, okay, you're this successful because you were doing things the right way. You're this successful because you do people the right way. It's probably almost 9 times out of 10 the exact opposite. You know what I'm saying? And so I just think I wish I would have known to not be as trusting. I'm the person that's like, I gotta see you do something first before I start looking at you suspiciously. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm obviously gonna be paying attention, but I'm gonna always give the benefit of the doubt, especially if I don't know you. And so with business, it just leaves a lot of room for unpaid balances. You know what I'm saying? People blocking you and running off with your bread, not really communicating what the job is or what the expectations are.
When it comes to Stina Dias, the personality, the brand, the person, what impact do you hope to have through your work as a media personality in Atlanta and beyond?
I really, really just hope, and like I said, with my brand, Live Fast, Die Pretty, I really just focus on people being their true self in all spaces. Like, if somebody gonna feel it. I want people to know that everything is already is. You know what I'm saying? Like there isn't nothing that you can't do. There isn't anybody that you can't be. there isn't anything that you can't touch. Like I always just want to be a staple or a reminder that love, like life and love and light are always what you want to lead with. Like never ever let nobody dim you. Like don't let the world turn you cold. Like don't let messed up experiences or inevitable things that's gonna happen dictate your mood and your emotions. Learn to have discernment. Like just be who you are unapologetically at all times. At all times. Never let nobody tell you you can't do nothing. And just believe it. Believing in yourself is way more than what people be saying. Like if you know you could do it, then it's already done. It's already done. It's already done. Look at me. I want people to look at me and be like, oh yeah, she is who she says she is, who she says like her brand is. She embodies that. Like she's somebody. She one in a million. She's somebody that you don't just come across every single day. So that's what I want people to know. Like that's my legacy, and to tap in with the kid.
Nah, for real, for sure. While you said tap in with the kid too, we got StinaDias.com pulled up too. Y'all can go
Yes,
make sure y'all check it out. You know, the media,
yes,
photo gallery, the mission, the merch,
yes,
events. If you want to know more about it, you can read about me.
yes. I love my little
Uh,
logo too. It's really my teeth. Like bite
yeah.
down on the bullet. Bite down.
Yeah, I was looking, I was like, yeah, that website hard.
Yeah, I again invested in myself. I was lucky to have my homeboy. His name is Nick, and he does graphics. And he was like, he heard me do a podcast, and he was like, "Look, I want to do your website," and he let me pay it in installments. But it was a cool, it was some bread, but he really went all in for me. I'm so appreciative of him to even like want to help me in that way. So yeah, he got me together though. Got all my stuff in one space and yeah, I love it. I love the website. Thank you. I love that you love the website too.
Oh yeah, nah. When I went to it, it just gave me a different vibe. You know, just in just pulling it up, it shows the
Yes.
logo is loading. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. So yeah, the first impression is everything. You know, so like you say,
Yes.
if you want to invest, you know, you got to do it right.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
Keep it going and keep it going. Stay on top of it.
so 2020, 2 years in your career, the world shuts down. In what ways did you stay active during a time when venue doors were closed and outside was off limits?
So, like I was telling you, okay, in 2020, um, I was working for the government. So I've always been in, I don't want to say entertainment, but more so media. I know PR, I do public relations, I know how to do PR. I don't do it right now, but that's what I was doing for the government. I was working for external affairs for Fulton County. So I was working in the communications department. And so when COVID hit, like I was blessed enough to have that to be able to continue to help me. But I started partnering with different 501(c)(3)s in Atlanta, and one of them was Father First. It was basically this man named Keith Lewis. He currently, I want to say, is in Miami now, but Atlanta native. He basically was the person who really was just like giving fathers their flowers, letting people know that yeah, I do all this stuff, but first I'm a father. He was the first person that I really saw like put on for single men or single fathers. You know what I'm saying? So he had this thing that was called Meals on Wheels, and we basically partnered with another 501(c), and we fed about 600 families in Atlanta over the course of 2 weeks. And so we went live from a restaurant called Fin and Feathers. It was on Edgewood at the time. Well, still is on Edgewood, but it's now across the street. But we used the kitchen. We had everybody coming through. We were playing music, but we were on Instagram Live. We were on Twitch, Facebook Live, and I want to say TikTok. I'm not sure, but we went live and we were getting monetary donations to also give to the families to help out with bills, to help out with, just saying basic necessities because that was just a crazy ass time. And so we ended up raising close to like $5,000. Like I said, we fed over 600 families, and we did that about 3 times at the peak of COVID. So it was one in April, one in May, and one in June. And so during that time, Atlanta was closed solid for like 2 months, but it wasn't it wasn't really closed. So we did the social media thing for a little while, but then I was still able to do events in Atlanta. It was just throw that mask on. And so that was another way of how I learned how to control my voice when it came to like, something being over my face or whatever. So yeah, COVID was a crazy time, but I think we were able to maneuver because Atlanta was open. I think if I was in a different city, it would have been different. For real, for
Yeah,
real.
Atlanta was still swinging.
Yeah, like Atlanta was moving and shaking, like for real. And then after a while, it was just kind of like, all right, just set the tables closer from each other. And after a while, that went away. Like people just stopped caring. So,
Mhm.
it was a little tricky for the first couple of months, but it was also a time for me to sit back and regroup and figure out what I want to do for Stina Diaz. Like, how do I want to rebrand myself? Do I want to have a podcast? Do I want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it gave me time to rebrand. So, yeah, I actually, I could do another, what I'm saying, COVID situation. I don't want to be insensitive to nobody, but COVID was cool. I was cool.
Yeah, that
I
was
was
like you say,
cool.
that was just hashtag throw that mask on.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Throw that mask on.
So, as a woman in a male dominated industry, like what advice would you give to a young woman aspiring to pursue a career in media and in entertainment?
I would say, like my mom always told me, remain a lady. Always remain a lady. Like, just know how to hold yourself. Like, obviously, people gonna flirt with you. Obviously, you're gonna be kind of put in some compromising positions, but never compromise like your morals and what you feel. Like, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. If it feels off, it probably is. Ask questions. Don't assume that this is just strictly business. Like, do the due diligence of protecting yourself so that nothing happens. I haven't had no crazy experiences, but like, I also have discernment, and my mom would talk to me and let me know like what's what. But if you up and coming and you decide that this is something you want to do, or something that you see yourself doing, I would just say equip yourself with self love, and learn how to like really lean into knowing that your talent is what your talent is, and you don't have to do much more than that because the men aren't. Okay, right? The men not. So just remaining a lady and not allowing yourself to be put in compromising situations. Just learn how to know who's serious, who got it, who's business. You know what I'm saying? And just knowing that everybody isn't doing it for the reasons that you think they are. And some people are, but everybody not. So
Nah, for real, I feel that. So, like, what's Stina Diaz vision for the next 5 years of your career and media and hosting? Or we can even put it, within before the year out too. That you
you're
already
right. You're
manifest and
right.
see going on.
You're right. You're right. So I mean, within the next 5 years, obviously, I want to have the Live Fast Die Pretty brand. It needs to be national, at least, global, hopefully, but national for sure. I definitely want to get those different sectors, the education, the professional, and the networking sectors going for my company. Hopefully, getting a brick and mortar. You know what I'm saying? I do want to have a home for Live Fast Die Pretty in Atlanta, podcast studios, regular recording studios, event spaces, that type of thing. Just a space for creatives to come. I want to get into, some artist management. I love music too much, and I know too many people in the industry. Like again, it's just all aligning. Hopefully, we make it to extraterrestrial radio by then also. Because right now we are nationally syndicated, but we are on FM, AM. We're on internet, so Spotify, iHeart, those types of things. Um, I really just I want to keep elevating from where I'm at, and I want to get better at, when I network with people, really leaning into my network and seeing what I could do, because I know I can. I have a manager now, so like that's kind of not kind of that's been working really well for me because I'm not doing everything by myself. I was the talent, the financial advisor, the marketing director, the graphic designer. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing all the things for myself, and now I'm finally getting to a space where I can invest in having a manager, invest in having, you know what I'm saying, different stuff delegated to people so that I don't have to, trade my time for money. Um, yeah, the next 5 years, I'll be what, I'm 29 now, so I'll be like 34, 35, 1 to 2, going on 35. And so, yeah, I think things are gonna look a lot more professional, polished. Um, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully we are in big spaces, in big places, on big stages, straight up. Like straight up.
Nah, for real. Big places, big stages. It's
Hey,
already it's already up. You
hey,
just
it's
gotta,
already done. It's
yeah,
already done. I just gotta do my part and
yeah.
show
You
up and
are,
stay consistent. That's it. That's it.
yeah.
That's
You
all
just
I'm doing.
you just on the plane headed to your destination. That's all. It's
Yeah,
already
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
up.
I'm watching me a little movie, waiting on them to pass out the drinks and the little pretzels.
Real. Nah, I feel that. Hey, shout out to Mr. 4.0 too, for real, for helping
Yeah.
put this together. He made sure he was on me. Everything he asked for, and I was so dedicated to. It was a couple questions. I'm like, okay, well, I ain't got this. I gotta go put it together.
Yeah.
It gotta be done right, you know.
Yeah, he's solid. We went to Clark Atlanta together. He graduated, I think I want to say like 4 years before me, but I was so tapped in with, you know what I'm saying, the alumni at Clark, that, you know what I'm saying, I've been blessed to have so many people around me that are in good positions. That's like, I want to help you, Stina. I want to be on your team, Stina. Like, where you at? They see the potential. They see the hard work. You know what I'm saying? They see the genuineness that comes with just being around me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm the vibes. I'm the vibes. So yeah, I'm shout out to Mr. 4.0.
Nah, real spill. So, what are some upcoming projects or goals you're excited about? In your career upcoming
Ooh,
that you
so
can speak on.
yeah, that's what I'm about to say. October is going to be a huge month for me. Really, really big month. I'm hosting some concerts that are going to be in Atlanta. Um, of course, I am going to be working with One Music Fest this year, also helping with promoting their event, the festival that happens in Piedmont Park, 2-day festival. I'm sure you've heard of it. So yeah, a lot is going to be dealing with that. I'm at Star Productions now. It's a studio, future studio, doing a lot of events up there, and it's looking like I'm about to start doing my radio show out of there. So I mean, a lot of things are coming with that. Um, I guess I could say it now. I'm at Tyler Perry Studios in the executive offices, so a lot is working with that now on the behind the scenes on the film and production and development side. So this year is looking real promising. I'm looking at January doing my Live Fast Die Pretty concert. So we're gonna do our second installment. Have some more girls come out. The last one I did for my birthday in March, I had DC, NOLA, Ohio, Atlanta in the building. Chicago was in the building. Just artists from everywhere. So I'm working on partnering with a couple different brands because they want to work with it to get that going. So the concerts, like the music, all that stuff is gonna just be tapped in. But yeah, I just want people to stay tuned. I just stay tuned. There's so much stuff that's happening, so many opportunities is coming my way. And I'm just trying to make sure I capsulate them and capitalize off of them in the best way possible. But I'll definitely be making announcements for stuff. Just turn them post notifications on, stay tapped in. Broccoli City. I'll be there in DC. So yeah, it's lit. It's up. It's up. It's up.
Okay. I was gonna wait to use this.
What?
You gotta tap it up again for that. That's big.
Oh yeah, absolutely for sure. I want y'all in the building for real, for real. Like I definitely want y'all in the building because the people, the artists like that I've been working with. Like I just did a meet and greet with It's Loyalty. She's out of East Atlanta and hard. I mean straight hard. She's feminine. She's masculine. She's a rock star. Like she's a rock star. And so, love what she doing, her whole campaign, like everything. Warzone is the label that she's under. Koalas, that's another group that I've been working with. Janae Music, fire as hell. Shout out Queasy, she out in New Orleans, working with that New Orleans bounce vibe. Like Dave
Okay,
Mason,
then.
yeah, out of Ohio. She on that, female drill Detroit vibe type situation. So like, yeah, just a bunch of people that I'm sure y'all would love to interview. Like they
Yeah.
got motion, they fire. I've worked with them. So yeah, definitely want y'all in the building for these concerts. Like y'all gotta be in the building. That's gonna be fire.
Nah, facts. For
So
real. We gonna push so we got to,
yeah,
seize the
yes,
opportunity. But we do everybody. Anybody with some motion, entrepreneur, rapper, artist, security
yeah,
guards. We gotta get these stores, and like I say, we love giving flowers. Like it turned into a passion of sitting back, like I don't be, I'm just tapped in. I'm just
yes,
hearing,
yes,
hearing all the gems getting gave, and it just feel good,
yes, yes.
for
I love
real.
it. Well,
So
you five, boy, you five. He five, y'all. He
hey, come on, y'all hearing it right here. Stina Dias
five.
done stamped me. You feel me? For real. So, any shout outs or recognition you would like to give to those who've been supporting you along the way on your journey?
Yes, of course, my mama, Miss OG Lean is what we call her, OG Lean.
Okay.
Shout out to my mama, of course. My support system, just my friends. You know what I'm saying? The people that I don't know that go hard for me, throw my name in rooms. Um, Obviously, Kevin, for sure. Um, Shit, Ooh We Radio Tanya, that's my radio manager. Shoot, shit. Shout out to Loyalty, she fire, always put me on. Shout out DJ Smart, she's done a lot for me as far as like hosting opportunity. Community X, yeah, Corey. Shit, it's so many people I could thank. Like I could go forever, but like I am thankful for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Whoever pours into the Live Fast Die Pretty brand, whoever pours into the Stina Dias brand, whether that be just support, sharing something, whatever it is, it's all support, it's all seen, it's all recognized, it's all great, it's all thankful for. So, yeah, I ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I thank myself for staying down. Not just playing.
Nah, for real. You got
Uh,
to. You
yeah,
got to.
like I thank Atlanta for real for just giving me a place to grow and be who I know I was always destined to be. For real, for real, for real, for real. So
Nah,
yeah,
yeah. Y'all know
them is
what's
the
going
thank
on.
yous. Them is my flowers.
Nah, y'all know what's going on for real. But like I said, Stina Diaz, from the beginning, we were very honored, to have you on the platform. Very appreciative
Yes,
that you
yes,
gave us, your time and everything out of your schedule when you could be doing a million other things. That's why I say the opportunity is up. Make sure you're on time. And I told you already. I done laid the
you're
outfit
ready.
out. You feel me? I'm like,
You
okay,
said
we ready.
that.
It's the
You
Super
said that.
Bowl.
You
It's the
said
Super
that.
Bowl. You feel me? But
I love it.
like I say, we just, wishing you nothing but much success. You already on your way.
Yes,
You got everything going.
yes.
Uh, Before we get you out of here, though, I question to everybody, last but not least, what does being an underdog mean to you? Or when you hear the word underdog?
Being an underdog is, some people look at it like it's disrespectful to be an underdog. But for me, I look at it like you must the fact that you around people that can't recognize like the greatness that you got in your body, you know what I'm saying? Or the light that you have or the spirit that you got on you that's positive, and they underestimate that, it says more about the person who think you an underdog than it does about you. You know what I'm saying? I learned to not internalize a lot of things, but being an underdog or being somebody who people don't really, what I'm saying, have too much for, who really kind of like shoo you to the side or, leave you in the background or kind of overlook you. I think it builds more character and it allows you to be more appreciative of the things that come to your front door when they do happen for you. You know what I'm saying? You know how to seize the moments. You know how to cherish and value what's happening for you and not necessarily look at it as, oh, it's just whatever. You know what I'm saying? It gives you purpose and it gives you a little bit more edginess than the next person. It allows you to just really grow into a really unique individual that only that you are the only person that can tell that type of story, you know? And so, I don't know, being an underdog is probably more of a compliment for me. Like, I want you to underestimate me. I want you to think that I can't. I want you to feel I don't have the network or the power or the capability. I kind of want you to doubt me. Don't have no expectations. You know what I'm saying? So that when you do see it, I'm about to blow your mind. I'm gonna fuck your mind up, you know? And so, yeah, that's what being an underdog is to me. You really are the light in the room that people have slept on. You know, the fire song that people skip and find out like 4 or 5 years later. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Just that being an underdog is a compliment, and in most instances, it's an admiration for what can happen. You want to be an underdog.
There y'all go. There y'all have season 5, episode 27, The Beauty of Rebellion.
Hey.
Media personality of the year.
Yeah.
You got Stina Dias in here for real. Appreciate you, Queen. Enjoy the rest of your day. You forever got our support on this platform.
I love it.
Appreciate you tapping in.
Absolutely. Thank you, Flea. I appreciate y'all. Follow the underdogs. Follow Ubi Radio. Follow me on social media. Just stay tapped in, y'all. This ain't the last. You already know that. You already know that.
Y'all know what's going on. We out.
Gold mouth, rabbit on my teeth, I got carrots. Open up her mouth and she got vocals sound like Janet. Marble on the floors, but the kitchen kinda granite. Lean color perk, you would think it's pomegranate. I see flying saucers finna roll another planet. It will fall in place if it's meant to be organic. I got crazy lingo, you would think I'm speaking Spanish. I'm something like a pie, never leave without the cannon. I'm enlightened, I got stoned around my neck. If you pay attention, I teach her how to earn respect. I walk around with a tag like I'm mad at the rail. People do any damn thing for a check. So what if you got signed labels, throw them on the shelf? I don't ask for help, I just go within myself. Hard times I prevail, I bust up out my shell. I let my nuts hang, cause they don't got no curfew. Gold mouth, rabbit on my teeth, I got carrots. Open up her mouth and she got vocals sound like Janet.